Umpire Shane Harris starts the game throwing the ball up. You can't bounce in the middle here. It comes to Nailey, and Carlton out of the centre circle, centre square already. Socket across the half-back line. Here's Dorotich getting out the hand pass. Was blocked by Johnston. Might have been his ball, but he came out with it. Up towards full forward. Frawley leads out and takes a chest mark. Frawley playing on Satori. He's gone on with the business. Then the umpire said he was grabbed when he didn't have it, and he will take the free kick.
Yes, Danny Frawley took a big punt there and was a little bit fortunate. He was certainly held. Good mark. Nathan Burke played in the Victorian side. Out wide, Greg Burns, well, he's in the Victorian squad, I should say, didn't actually play. There's Jeff Cunningham. Oh, they love him down here at St Kilda. He's about 60 metres out from goal. McConville! Yes, the mark's been played, and Kenny Hunter is picking him up, Bernie. That'll be a great duel.
Yes, that's a bit of a surprise. Ken Hunter was named at full forward. But McConville did well last week up at Carrara against the Brisbane Bears.
Well, Peter McConville kicked many goals for Carlton. And he's about to, oh, look at that hold up in the breeze towards full forward. Burns! Yes! Greg Burns in front of the pack. The ball held up in the breeze and a gutsy mark.
Well, that's what has to happen today, Peter. Watching a lot of that reserves today. The players that did play in front were the ones that were rewarded. And that's what must happen. Greg Burns, not a tall player, but in the right position to take the mark. Yes,
and right in front, 10 metres out. This will be a great start to the Saints. Bang, and he's put it through.
Yes, that's a great start for St Kilda. Greg Burns kicking their first goal only a couple of minutes into the match, and this could be a real danger game for Carlton down here.
Well, you would have noticed when you were watching the reserves too, Bernie, of course, you watched it for a fair part of the game, that they scored most of the goals to the end that Carlton are kicking to.
Yeah, that's true, Peter. There is a bit of a breeze down there. It's been very difficult kicking goals to the end that St Kilda are kicking.
Back in the centre, Jones against Madden. The ball hits the glue pot. Hand pass back to Burke. Out of the middle, Alvin in front. Comes Glasgott's way. Back in the mud. Jones is back. Back in the seniors after breaking his arm, Warren Jones. Well, we'll finish up with a few Al Jolsons here today. Robertson played in the premiership last year. This is his first game this season. And it's a Carlton free kick out of the middle, and it'll go to Craig Bradley. And look at the ball already.
Look at Nathan Burke. Oh. Well, there's the kick down towards half forward. Off the ground is by Fraser Murphy. Kenny Sheldon playing against his old club. A quick kick out of defence. One-on-one duel. Robertson punches it away. This is Nailey. He's got it. He hooks it back. Good play by Nailey. Satori nearly a good mark. Well, it's going to be very difficult conditions today. Kenny Sheldon has been in great form. Brings it away. Aiken couldn't take the mark. Jason Daniels in on top of him. Now it's Justin Madden towards half forward. Oh, tunnel ball effort, that one. Play on is Gleeson to Nailey. Doesn't grab the ball. Now he's grabbed from behind. Play on, said the umpires. Jason Daniels picks it up and brings it out of defence.
But he's kicked straight to Bradley. Back to full forward. Is that a mark to Bob Jones? Not paid. Picked up by Murphy. Chance from the forward pocket. Good kick. Goal.
Yeah, well, bad luck to Bob Jones there. He nearly held that mark. But Fraser Murphy got a lot of pace around the goals. He lifted them last week in that third quarter when he came on against Collingwood. There's a mark. Jones nearly held it. Not quite. Difficult in these conditions, but Fraser Murphy pounced on it very quickly. And a good goal from a tight angle there, Peter.
I notice interesting move too, Bernie. They're playing Bradley up in the forward line. I felt they should have done that against Collingwood last week when Tony Shaw was taking him out of the game.
Back in the centre, and once again, neither ruckman getting a hand of the ball. And there's a fight for it in the mud. And the umpire will have to throw it up in the air again. Shane Harris and Gary Foster, the umpires today, a goal each. Nailey out of the middle, gets the kick free. Kernahan. Jones on him. Jones a good hand pass back to Sheldon. One of three former Blues, or four former Carlton players in the St Kilda lineup. Elphinston up towards half forward. That's great play. Good running by Cunningham. Poor kick though. On the bounce, Gotch. And put Coughlin under the hammer. Losing ground. Winmar outside 50. Daniels, the schoolboy. Cunningham, good hand pass. Burke tried to finesse and lost it.
Well, that was clever play, Bernie. The St Kilda player, let's see as we go, Jason Daniels didn't even attempt to grab it.
No, that's right. He knew he was about to be tackled, so he just knocked it on.
Well, there's Daniels. Oh, look at that strong breeze. Kenny Hunter, that might have been out in the full anyway. It was, as Hunter would have taken the mark. But St Kilda, Carlton definitely kicking the end, favoured by the breeze. And you can see the way the St Kilda players are kicking. They're only kicking about 25 to 30 metres. There's the big punch attempted by Wal Jones. Kicked off the ground. Number 25 you saw there was Ian Herman for Carlton. And over the line it went halfway between half forward and centre of the centre wing for the Saints.
Just under 20 minutes left in the first quarter. Comes to Burke, who's been outstanding so far. Touched off the boot. Silvani overruns. Comes to Lowe, tries to crash his way through. Robertson, not much distance in the kick. Bradley, take a free kick for front on charge. High tackle. And Bradley, who was on the forward line, sorry, it's no, it's not Craig Bradley back there, is it? Yeah. Forward centre wing. Burke again, revelling in these conditions. Coghlan the hand pass back. St Kilda looking good. Cunningham over the top. Well played. Elphinston centering kick. Meldrum in front for the Blues and gets the kick away in a hurry.
Well, Dorotich is the player charging after it. He was Carlton's best forward against Collingwood. The tackle was on Gleeson. Robertson ducks the head.
He ducked into that one too.
Very lucky to get it because he ducked his head, as Bertie said. Up towards half forward it goes. Kenny Sheldon over the back. His experience will be invaluable under these conditions. Glascott. Oh, clever play, Glascott. Looking for Kernahan. Out comes Frawley. Too quick for Satori. And Frawley kicks it away towards the half-back line. Charges after it again and will probably take it over the line. Yes, it was, said the boundary umpire. Good play, Danny Frawley. Too quick then for big Peter Satori.
Well, he didn't actually have a kick there, but it was worth 50 metres, wasn't it, the way he ran that out from full-back.
Satori doing the rucking against Warren Jones. He knocked it straight to his opponent. Picked up here by Aitken. Nice to see him back. Nailey drops a mark, pulled off his kick. Goes to Bradley. Gains about 20 metres. Or Frawley drops a mark. And the umpire's seen a high tackle here. St Kilda free kick. Back towards about half-back flank. Frawley going back to take it.
I got the impression, Drew, that Danny Frawley actually won the toss and elected to kick into the breeze, which is interesting. There was Bradley. Frank Coghlan, a quick hand pass. Now, umpire said there was a push in the back, and that looks like Glascott at the bottom of that pack of players. It is David Glascott. Off he went. And you see the ball travelling a lot further to the end that Carlton is kicking to. Oh, Tony Evans ducking the head. He's caught. Grabbed by Fraser Murphy, 40 metres out from goal, a quick kick towards the pocket. Satori moves very well for a big man. Frawley over the top of Satori and taps it over the line and out of bounds.
Interesting, one of the changes in the Carlton lineup. David Rees-Jones has started on the bench. He had just 3 kicks last week, reported, got off at the tribunal, but that was the man who won the medal in the grand final last year, and not even in the starting 18 today.
Well, Bernie thought that he made the comment last week. There he is, second from the left, that he was very undisciplined.
Well, I just thought he gave away a couple of free kicks at critical times last week, and maybe a disciplined move.
At the foot of the pack again, the umpire's going to have to sort this out with the ball up. Now, we can't promise you a pretty game here today. It is very heavy at Moorabbin, and St Kilda's opening goal of the match into the breeze could be a vital factor by the time we get to the end. Off the ground, Cunningham. Gee, he's playing like a star, and so is this man, Burke. Back to Cunningham. And St Kilda out of trouble through Evans. Aitken, good climb, big mark.
Ian Aitken back in the Carlton side, in the reserves last week. And the ball travelling a lot further. There's big Warren Jones, and he marks. I nearly said, wow, Jones. Warren Jones towards half-back. Well, they're playing well, the Saints, at the moment. This is John Peter-Budge on half-back flank. They're really working hard in defence. The kick is wide. Now, that might have been out in the full. It was, and it'll be a free kick to Paul Meldrum.
Well, last week St Kilda made a very slow start and they came home late in the game against the Brisbane Bears. Trailed by 46 points in the last quarter and lost by only 10 points. Today they've started much better. Thump to the front of the pack. Herman knocked off it by Jones. Kernahan, good pick-up. No distance with a kick. Cunningham burning. The hand pass in from Coghlan. Burke, how well's he going? Across the ground into the mud. A sprint on. Robertson first back there. Shane Robertson played in the premiership team last year. First game this year. Murphy at the back. Grant in front, a big mark.
Well, David Grant's a former Tasmanian. They love the mud. Over to Tony Evans. Evans onto the left foot as a shocker. Straight to Nailey. And good skills, Nailey. Onto the left foot he went. A poor pass to Satori. Over the back is Frawley. Satori's going to know he's been playing a game today on Frawley. To Grant. Grant looking for Dean Rice. Ooh, he gets unloaded. Hip and shoulder stuff. And it's on half-back flank for the Saints. And they're really going in hard, Bernie.
Oh, that was good, courageous play there by Rice. Under a lot of pressure from Nailey. But it's really a day not for pretty stuff. You have to get that ball and get it long and down towards the goal square as quickly as possible.
Dorotich wins down. A hand pass from Bradley to Johnston. High kick. Too long for Sheldon. Off the ground, Kernahan into the goal square. And it'll go through for a score. Carlton lead by that point. 1-1 to 1 goal.
Well, it's not really a day for those big high-marking forwards, Satori and Kernahan.
Oh, they'll have a lot of difficulty here. Actually, the ground doesn't look that bad on the monitor as it does really out there, you know, because there's a couple of really heavy spots that don't look too bad.
Well, these are the conditions where St Kilda often pull off upsets. It's amazing how the umpires let that man on the mark from the kick-off. Great mark to Kernahan, but they let the man come right in about a metre from the white line now, Bernie.
Well, it is 5 metres. It has been changed, but they do get very close at times.
Well, there's the kick by Kernahan. I don't know whether that was meant to be a pass, but it's found Dorotich. No one on the mark. Dorotich, the long, booming kick. A beautiful kick. He's gone.
Yes, that was a magnificent kick from Dorotich. He kicked that from a good 45 metres out. Didn't have much run at it. A bit different to last week when he had a couple of opportunities to kick from goal. He ran from about 20 metres away. There he is. He has about 3 paces. A long left foot kick, favoured by the breeze, of course, and a good goal to John Dorotich.
And it also, Drew emphasises the strength of the breeze then, because they certainly couldn't kick that far down the other end.
Thrown up in the middle. Madden wins to Johnston. Blocked by Gotch. Oh, Murphy, what a pickup. Out of the mud patch. Satori, touch for Bradley. Beautiful play. Another goal.
Well, tremendous team play there by the Blues. Big Satori. I think it's the first time he's been in front of Danny Frawley. Frawley's done a great job on him so far. But Satori in the right place that time in front of Frawley, and just have a look at this tap on. Fraser Murphy, an excellent pickup in the mud patch. Here it is, Satori in front, little tap on, maybe a little bit of a throw in that was there, Peter.
I think
a little bit suspect.
9 times out of 10 that would be paid a throw.
Allowances for today?
Probably.
We might see some easy marks paid.
2 goals, 1 the difference, so that's 13 points, and the Blues starting to look good after a slow start. Centre of the ground, Jason Daniels to Elphinston. And he's got it. He hooks it back towards the pocket. McConville shoved out of it by Hunter. Still on that half-forward line for the Saints. And the umpire will come in and probably throw the ball up. Umpire Forster, this is.
Half-forward for St Kilda. Madden wins. Gleeson into the play for nearly the first time. Warren Jones. Feeds out the hand pass to Nathan Burke. Good distance into the breeze. Chance here for the Saints. Hunter almost. Off the hands, it comes to the back. Oh, pressure. Winmar off the ground, but he missed it. Well, he was facing an avalanche there, Stephen Silvani.
Yes, and very nearly put that through. Here's Jim Buckley, who does all the kicking in now for Carlton. Here's a beautiful kick. Look at that. Adrian Gleeson, oh, they've got the loose man. Bradley's looking dangerous. I'll have to really shadow Bradley today, I think, as Collingwood did last week. Up towards half-forward. Kernahan against Bob Jones. Jones was the man who got it all. Cunningham went in very hard. Great play, Cunningham. Straight to Sheldon. Sheldon towards half-forward. This is Naylor. He's doing well. He's one of their better players last week. Always some courage shown there. The mark is dropped, though, by Glascott. David Grant to Tony Evans. He goes wide. It's a shocking kick, and that's twice they put it out of bounds on the full.
Yes, off time, St Kilda's disposal lets them down. And there's the kick up to the forward line by Herman. Comes off hands to Glascott. Threads out the hand pass. And St Kilda getting out of defence. Oh, clever Gleeson. Here's Bradley again. Had more kicks already than he had the whole game last week. Beautiful play by Frawley to use his hip to get rid of Satori. Two St Kilda players spoiling each other. That was undisciplined by
Daniels.
The schoolboy Daniels. The hand pass comes up from Bradley. Off it goes to Gleeson. And his kick for goal is offline. And the play by Jason Daniels nearly cost the Saints a goal.
Yes, it could have been very costly. That Jeff Cunningham was in perfect position to take that mark, and really Daniels had plenty of time to see that it was his own teammate also.
I tell you what, once the white shorts get muddy, these two teams are going to look pretty similar today.
That's exactly what I thought must have happened, because he jumped straight into the back of his teammate, spoiling a certain mark to Jeff Cunningham. There's the kick. Now, there he is. He might make amends here. He does, Jason Daniels. That's the only thing I could have thought of, that he thought it was a Carlton player. Oh, good play, Daniels. He finds Cunningham is having a fantastic game. Jeff Cunningham towards half-forward. He goes. McConville's got it. Here's danger coming up for Carlton. He hooks it back. Frank Coughlin, yes. And a hand pass. Winmar straightens up. Silvani ducks back. And you can see the breeze hold that ball up, and Silvani fists it through for a point. So 1 goal, 2 to 3-2. 2 goals the difference in favour of the Blues.
It was a good play there by Coughlin to get that ball on quickly to Winmar. I think if he had had a couple more metres, he would have kicked that goal.
Buckley kicks out to Glascott. Touch off the boot by Lowe. Bounces for Winmar, who fumbles. Leaves it for Gleeson. Over the top to Meldrum. Up to half forward now. Dorotich. Nixon. Dorotich still. Whoa, in goes Grant. Umpires paid one for a high tackle over the shoulder. Not really officially for kicking in danger, but that's virtually what it was. And here's Jeff Cunningham. Great to see him back after that depressed fracture of the cheekbone early in the season. Sheldon to Gotch.
Bradley Gotch, centre wing. He kicks wide. Burns in front, has it fisted away, but waiting there is the brilliant Nathan Burke. He brings it up to McConville. Peter McConville fighting hard for it, but he loses it to Meldrum. And Carlton rebound well. The kick goes straight to Kenny Sheldon. Sheldon, the short pass is on. Coughlin, cleverly. Winmar unloaded as he kicks it. Is it a mark? Yes! That's a definite mark. That's a mark to St Kilda in the goal score. I think it's Big Stuart Lowe. And he tacks it. Oh, that is bad play. If he...
No, not allowed, Pete.
It's not allowed, but that could have been very dangerous to do what he did there, Bernie.
Yes, even though the Carlton defenders didn't pounce on him, they were a little bit slack too there in defence. But
what I meant was it could happen, couldn't it?
It could. He could lose it, but his kicking for goal hasn't been all the best. I know, but even
he couldn't
2 metres out, he couldn't miss it.
Stuart Lowe from directly in front to make the difference. 6 points in Carlton's favour if he kicks it. A good, strong mark. Silvani on the mark. He kicks and goes.
Yes, and a good goal to St Kilda from Stewie Lowe. Been playing well this year at centre half forward. Got a great pair of hands. He's a big boy. And he's got a tough player to play on today in Silvani. Here's the pass from Kenny Sheldon up into that forward line. They're fighting very hard. Little tap onto Winmar. Into the goal square, and a well-judged mark there to Stewie Lowe.
So a 6-point lead to the Blues. We've raved about Cunningham. He's had 10 hand passes in the first quarter, Jock Cunningham. Ball in the middle, umpire said pushing the back, and it's a Carlton free kick. Wayne Johnston near the centre circle. We've also raved about Bradley. He's had 9 possessions. That was about his day's work last week for the entire game. Bob Jones, mark not paid. Out goes Kernahan. Umpire says, give it to me, I'll throw it up.
Well, Bob Jones, it's not a good day for key forwards, but Jones is doing a very good job at centre half back on Kernahan at the moment, playing him very, very closely. Oh, look at Big Jones. Nathan Burke, he's been excellent. Ian Aiken, kicked away by Burns. He's a great player under these conditions, Greg Burns. Now Jeff Cunningham dives on top of it. Tackled by Alvin High. And the umpire said he made no attempt to get it out. A bit tough.
Yes, I suppose so, but the umpires have been hard on that rule this year, Peter, but on that occasion, I think in these conditions, it may have been a little bit hard.
Back to centre wing, Dorotich, mark not paid. Kernahan a fumble. The pressure's on out there. Gleeson, back to Kernahan, in a hurry. Centering kick is good, it bounces past Murphy. Elphinston, well played, wide open here for St Kilda if Peter-Budge can pick up. Oh, look at Johnston coming from a no-win position. Crowd thought he was holding the ball. The umpire's going to throw it in the air.
Well, he actually didn't have the ball underneath him. That was the only difference, I think, Bernie, wasn't it?
Yes, but I think he knocked it clear and it was then grabbed.
Well, it's that centre-half back for the Saints. Warren Jones was beaten for that one. Nathan Burke is playing a great game to Frawley. Ricky Nixon, he's another former Carlton player, and he finds Frank Coughlin. Coughlin's off. That's good play by Coughlin as he brings it long. Cunningham again is there. He's got it. Another hand pass to Burns. Burns still in after it. It's on that half-forward line. Look at the tackling of Cunningham. That could be holding it. No, said the umpire. And look at Cunningham. What a great quarter he's played.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, it's on too there behind play. But Burns, I thought, was a little bit casual there. He went for that hand pass from Jeff Cunningham. Tried to take it one-handed instead of putting the two hands out. And really, with the conditions the way they are, you must put the two hands to the ball.
Well, there could have been justifiable reasons for Jeff Cunningham to call it a day when he broke his cheekbone earlier in the season. It was a shocking injury. Had a hole in his head about half the size of a football. Here's low, buried. Umpire said in the back. So Stuart Lowe, very difficult from that side of the ground. He's right into the breeze from there, and distance 49 metres. He's kicked it about 25. Oh, what a mark by Murphy.
Fraser Murphy, the little rover. Out to Robertson, but chipping in was Dean Rice. Read it beautifully. And the Saints, this has been a very good quarter by St Kilda. There's the kick. Lower's there. It hits the deck. Oh, it's kicked away by Burns. I think he's put it through. Yes!
Well, that's an amazing goal from Greg Burns. I think it ended up being a drop kick, wasn't it? Fantastic play. That's his second goal. But a very dangerous kick out. It all came from that kick from Fraser Murphy. Took a great mark.
Was it?
And Greg Burns has kicked a drop kick. I don't think he meant it to be, but it ended up that way. But Fraser Murphy, a bad mistake there. Kicked across the ground into the breeze. And a good mark from Rice.
Scores level with 5.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Madden gets it down to Johnston. Another kick for Burke out of the middle. Meldrum evades one or two tackles. Puts it wide, but not to his team's advantage. Peter-Budge. Elphinston, great pickup. It took a week to turn around like an oil tanker. Up to centre half forward. Silvani not trying the mark today like he did last week. Down goes Low. Picked up by Coughlin from 50. Short pass. And Jeff Cunningham's got it again. And it'd be fitting if Cunningham could put the Saints in front.
You can get on with me. He's too far out. Far too far out. But he should be able to lob it up in the goal square and put pressure on Carlton. I'm sure they're kicking into the breeze slightly. There's the kick on, not a bad-looking kick. A lob up there, Stewie Lowe is blocked out, punched away by Madden. This is danger, though. It's in front of goal. Bradley Gotch. He's got it, the little rover. Straight to Bradley, though. Oh, good play by Bradley as he gets it to Herman, and Herman kicks it out of defence. Jones doing well on Kernahan. Back to Kenny Sheldon. Oh, he's unloaded by Johnson. In went Kernahan again. He's lying on top of the ball. Play on, said the umpire. Jason Daniels to Kenny Sheldon, and Sheldon brings it back to the centre of the ground.
No distance in the kick. Cunningham again. His dozenth hand pass. Daniels to Burke. Over the top. Coughlin running onto it. Winmar a chance. Off the left boot, Nicky Winmar. Madden over the top but couldn't mark. Still St Kilda a chance. They're 25 metres from goal. Buckley's there. Scores level, 20 each. There's a push in the back, a Carlton free kick.
A bad push in the back. no doubt about that free kick to Jimmy Buckley. But, gee, they're working hard. The Saints, Carlton are really in for a tough game today. Last year's premiers, they've lost 3 games in a row, Carlton, and fancy having to come down to St Kilda under these conditions.
Yes, well, they're in danger of losing 4 in a row. They'd be really in trouble this year if they lost this one down here at Moorabbin.
Madden against Warren Jones. Nathan Burke scouting the packs at the back. Adrian Gleeson, or was it Glascott? Let's see. You can see the number 2. It was David Glascott, in fact, at the bottom of the pack, and the throw-up will take place on centre wing.
Just over 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter. It's a real scrap. The umpire calls for it again. 3 goals to 20 each. And bearing in mind that Carlton Reserves won the flag last year, and St Kilda beat them by 7 goals in the early game today. Is that a forerunner for what we might see in the seniors? Comes off the hands. John Peter-Budge picks up. Well played. Elphinston, sweeping hand pass to Rice. Nobody in front of him. 40 metres out. Good distance with the kick, but offline. Oh, has it gone through? It's a goal. Well, that's boomerang back.
Well, that was a beautiful kick in the conditions. No, he scored a point. No, we were right. It looked like a point all the way, Drew. It was a strange, I think Brad Gotch in the goal square applauded it.
Yeah, but St Kilda lead by that point, 21 to 20. And they're into the breeze this quarter. In goes Nixon. And the umpire will ball it up.
Well, just over 2 minutes to go in this quarter, and the Saints lead by 1 solitary point. It's on the wing at the moment. That throw, there's Johnson crashing his way through the pack. Kernahan's I'd take one of those big blokes off up forward if I was Carlton and get Rhys Jones up there, a smaller man with more agility. There's Daniels, he's worked hard. Free kick for holding the man, said the umpire. Would you do that, Bernie? I think they're a bit top-heavy up forward with Sartori and Kernahan there. And
they've also got John Dorotich playing on the half-forward line, so in these conditions, very difficult for the big players.
I'll get Rhys Jones on quick smart. There's Coughlin trying to get it out. Also in there was Aiken. Coughlin going in again. He's appreciating these conditions. Long hand pass was to a man who was covered. That was Elphinston. Daniels has worked very, very hard. He's looking for John Peter-Budge. Oh, great pickup. He's at half forward as he centres it sensibly. Winmar at the back. Fraser Murphy again has taken a rip.
I think he must have been inspired by Stephen Silvani last week. 2 beauties to Murphy. There's Madden. The hand pass to Alvin. Blocked by Peter-Budge. Gleeson gets one in the back. The umpire says no, he'll throw it up.
There's been a couple of great marks there from Fraser Murphy, but his kicks from defence have left a lot to be desired.
Just 40 seconds left in the first quarter. St Kilda on the forward line. A chance for another one, perhaps, before the siren. Knocked out by Lowe. Good play. Goes to Silvani. And that defensive kick might save Carlton, giving away another goal before the break. Under 30 seconds left. Rice. Oh, good running Elphinston. Bang up to the forward line. Great kick. Low at the back. He's got it.
That is a great mark in the conditions, especially against Stephen Silvani. Silvani appeared to be in the better position. There's a kick from Elphinstone. A long kick into the forward line. The time was running down, not much time left. There's the big, strong hands of Stewie Lowe. That was a great mark.
Siren sounds for quarter time. St Kilda now leading by a point. Lowe going for his 2nd goal of the quarter. And what a term it's been by the home team. Yes, he's got it. St Kilda 4-3, Carlton 3-2. 2 goals each to Greg Burns and Stuart Lowe. Start of the second quarter here at Moorabbin. St Kilda with a 7-point lead. We have a new football. That won't last long. Off the ground, Herman up to half forward. Sheldon, 8 kicks first quarter. Bradley gets one on him here, though. And they keep it going forward, Carlton. Gleeson's kick way out to the pocket. And it'll just make it to the line. A throw in about 20 metres around from the behind.
Well, a big surprise. I think Bertie would agree that Rhys Jones and Harms still on the bench.
Well, Harms was magnificent last week in the conditions. It was a little bit soft underfoot, and I think he'd do very well out here today.
Tap back to Frawley. Kick smothered by Johnston. Nixon's back there. And once again, it's out of bounds. This time only about 8 metres from the behind post.
Well, Ricky Nixon, one of the Carlton contingent, who left the Blues and came down to play for the Saints. Warren Jones on the screen is another one. Here's another one. Ken Sheldon, 3 Carlton players then on screen. Or former Carlton players. Ian Aiken breaks that tackle by Burns. Back to Meldrum. He's caught. A quick hand pass. Ian Herman has got it. Centre of the ground. Herman kicks long towards half forward. Warren Jones, a big punch away. Went straight to his opposite number in Justin Madden. Jason Daniels, Cunningham, best man on the ground, Cunningham. That's hand pass number 12, in fact. Nathan Burke, he's been outstanding too. To McConville. Beautiful football left by the Saints.
McConville too far out to score. Short passes, Meldrum in front. Herman off the ground for the second time in the quarter. Straight onto the chest of McConville. Short pass, beautifully delivered to Gotch. And Gotch has got it 40 metres from goal. He's kicking probably across the breeze from there, behind and across. But even his little legs, not without a chance. Won't make it. Silvani back there, went for the mark. It goes out of play.
So you can see by that kick you have to be on the near side ground, the grandstand side at Moorabbin, come around that wing to kick goals. Not from where they are now. Madden, straight down to Gleeson. It's off the side of the boot now. Was that in the full? It was, said the boundary umpire.
Good mark by the boy in the crowd.
And this is Dean Rice. Towards low. Punched away by Silvani. Here's Warren Jones. He sprints into the open goal. He hooks it back. Well, he doesn't hook it back. In fact, it stayed on course where he was going, and he sneaks it in for a point, in fact, with the Saints. So St Kilda move on to 4 goals 4. Carlton remain on 3-2, so 8 points the difference.
Well, Warren Jones hasn't been a great goal kicker in his life. He's kicked just 5 in 120 games. Looked as though he didn't know what to do with it then. Peter-Budge's hand pass, intercepted by Herman, who's started well this second quarter. Oh, it's an excellent mark, dragged down by Bob Jones. Tasmania ruling in these conditions. To Nathan Burke. Up to half forward. Dorotich, big, strong, but couldn't quite take the mark. Oh, the umpire paid it.
Yes, good mark to Dorotich. Good umpiring too. Under these conditions, a definite mark. Silvani, no mark that time. He might be caught. No, he gets away. Hand pass out wide to Meldrum. Or stays in the mud, but Meldrum's got the skills. To Buckley. Jim Buckley towards the centre of the ground. The breeze holds it up. A good mark to Steve Kernahan.
Kernahan, centre of the ground. St Kilda leading by 8 points. Sheldon. Well, he was outstanding in the first quarter and he's kept it up. In fact, he's had a great season as a back pocket player, Ken Sheldon. Played in a couple of Carlton premiership teams. Out towards the wing. Dorotich is there. Winmar for St Kilda. Kernahan crashes in after the ball. Bob Jones. Bradley, great play. Burke going with him. Got into his back, said the umpire. Gave away the free kick.
Well, Bradley's playing pretty well at the moment. He's had a good game, very ordinary one. Last week against Collingwood where Tony Shaw tagged him, but I don't think he's been tagged today. He's playing rover and on the ball. Kernahan at the back, probably should have been paid to the man in front, Bob Jones. But the umpire will come in and throw it up. A good, tight, hard game at the moment. 4-4 to 3-2. 8 points in favour of St Kilda.
And you know, the last 2 times Carlton played down here at Moorabbin, they won by 88 points and 140 points. Here's Nixon. Great play by Ricky Nixon. High to half forward. Winmar there. Off the shins of Buckley. Grabbed when he didn't have it. Just as Burns was about to gallop onto it, which is interesting for a trotting driver in the gallop. But Jim Buckley with the free kick.
Carlton have made the change. Wayne Harms is on and playing in the forward pocket.
Well, good thinking. Although those big men are still up there. Kernahan and Satori. There's Buckley bringing it towards centre wing. Kernahan over the back, couldn't take the mark. He's trying hard, Steve Kernahan, but certainly these conditions favour the back men, no doubt about that. Ricky Nixon giving it back down. There's Wayne Harms. David, well, he won't have an easy time because David Grant loves these conditions. Nayley shoved out of the way. Ricky Nixon's there. Now it's Jason Daniels. He loses it. Burke's in there. Peter-Budge. Now Nixon again. Oh, he goes in hard. And the umpire, oh, gee, do you reckon the home crowd had a say in that one, I think, Bernie?
Well, he missed the first one there a minute ago, so I think that was the make-up one.
Nixon's kick to half forward. Alvin couldn't take the mark. Burns accidentally sockers away, but it's all right. Elphinston's hand pass goes to ground. Players falling over the top of it. Be thrown up about 45 metres from St Kilda's goal.
We saw Jeff Cunningham charge in after that. It's one of the best quarters of individual football I've seen in a long time, that first quarter by Cunningham. 11 handballs and 3 kicks he had. There's the kick by Gleeson. Is it out? Yes. Oh, that was about a foot over the line. The boundary umpire let it go. We had a beautiful view of that. Buckley taps it away. Nathan Burke, a champion player, this kid. In they go. Gleeson. Oh, he gets unloaded. He copped it from everywhere. And he'll get the free kick, and deservedly so.
Oh, listen to the crowd going quick.
Well, I think they were going quick about that first one. They thought that Burke should have been paid the free kick when the same thing happened to him.
There's the kick by Gleeson. Short to Nayley. Gets around Peter-Budge. Off the left boot up towards half forward. Jones and Kernahan. Glascott to help Kernahan. Oh, beautiful bump. That was Nixon. Kernahan gets it to Glascott. He's caught by Jones. Umpire says throw it in. And the crowd. Well, I think there are about 18,000 umpires here today.
It was a top tackle that by Jones. Well, over the throw-in, the boundary umpire threw it straight over the heads. Nathan Burke, gee, is he and everything. And he puts on a strong tackle, but they're very one-eyed down here at St Kilda. They talk about Collingwood supporters. I'll tell you what, the Saints supporters here in the Grand Sound will leave them for dead. But still on that half-forward line for Carlton. Warren Jones gets it away straight to Nayley. Nayley hooks it back, and Kenny Sheldon having a magnificent game. Doing
particularly well. 8 kicks in that first quarter, and they're marking the ball well. I was surprised. The conditions may have dried out a little bit since the game started.
Yes, sunny conditions, but wouldn't totally discount the chance of rain later. Dorotich, a good mark on centre wing. Away to Alvin. He's kicked to half forward. Kernahan. Oh, big mark, Stephen Kernahan.
And Bob Jones is hurt. He hasn't moved.
Oh, that's bad news for St Kilda and trouble for Bob Jones.
Calling for the stretcher.
Johnston, close to Bob Jones. Tried to beat the paddock. Herman back to Kernahan. Kick partly smothered there by Cunningham. Glascott the hand pass back to Bradley. Up towards the goal square. Warren Jones. Couldn't drag down the mark. Daniels. Clever. Out to Sheldon. And Ken Sheldon still knocking up, getting kicks. Number 12, that is. Half back. Rice.
Beautiful long kick. Stewart low at the back, and Winmar. Winmar should have stayed down and let Low go for that one. Bradley's looking very dangerous, but he's being allowed to run loose. You've got to play him close, Bradley. Robertson to Silvani. Back it comes to Bradley. And good skills, but he's caught. I would have nearly played holding the ball there. As crashing his way through is Robertson. Play on, said the umpire. Silvani to Wayne Johnston from 50 metres. Up the side of the boot. Kenny Sheldon, Fraser Murphy. Glascott, he's got it. Inga Satori, open goal, and he's put it through.
That was great play there by Glascott. Weaved his way through the pack. Did all the hard work. There's a sad side for the St Kilda fans and for Bob Jones. He looks a very sick boy as he leaves the ground. But here in replay, kick up into that forward line. Fraser Murphy again flying high. And there was Glascott roving beautifully, and the hand pass to Satori, who kicked the goal for Carlton.
So the margin back to 2 points, and Kilda still leading. Out of the middle, Coughlin. They couldn't pick it up. Dorotich. Coughlin again. Meldrum playing in front. Puts it out wide to centre wing. Evans just replaced Jones. Bit slow there. Aitken. Evans comes back at him and forces the ball out of play. It's a tough encounter here. It'll be low scoring, but full of interest.
Yes, a great game. Carlton coming back hard in this quarter. It's a good performance in this quarter by Carlton. Johnson trying to play for the free kick. He's still got it. No one's grabbing him. Peter-Budge is in there for the Saints, and the umpire will throw it up. But Carlton was steady and really picked up the game. There's David Rees-Jones warming up along the boundary line. Be a handy fresh man to come on. Dorotic used his body beautifully then. Herman dives on the ball, made no attempt to get it out. Very similar to one in the first quarter. He really made no attempt then, so he could have been penalised.
4 goals, 4 to 4-2. St Kilda in front, and we have 14 and a half minutes left in the second quarter. Meldrum's kick smothered by Burke. And young Burke, who was in the state squad but didn't quite get a game over in Perth on Tuesday. I think he'll get one in the future.
I think he's going to be a real champion player, that Nathan Burke. It's on centre wing. Burns actually did the tap out. There look at him diving on the ball there. Number 29, he's tried to kick it. Dorotic working hard. Off the side of the boot though, and out of bounds on the full. There is just over 14 minutes to go in this quarter. I'm sure the end that the Saints are kicking to is favoured by the breeze. There's the kick. Winmar! No one up in the goal square. They want to get someone back there quickly. That's why he's not booting it. Now he is. McConville can't take the mark. Oh, could pop one round the head there. Now, some shepherding is by Dean Rice. Will allow Bradley Gotch to grab it. He hooks it back to the pocket. Burns is there against Meldrum. Greg Burns, a hand pass. Smothered off the boot. In they dive on top of it. Half forward flank for the Saints.
Free kick. I said Robertson was holding the ball. And McConville will take the free. He's only 40 metres out, but he's across the breeze from that side of the ground. Winmar offering a lead in short. Oh, McConville went for distance and dirtied his pants as a result as he slipped in the mud.
Well, that's shocking play by Peter McConville, because do you agree, Bernie, from that spot you should centre the ball?
Well, it's very hard to kick a torpedo, especially with the mud that's on the ball today. There was really no percentage in that kick at all.
Pack close to the boundary line. Out she goes. And we'll have a boundary throw in. 28 plays 26. St Kilda led by 7 points at quarter time. Carlton have kicked the only goal for this quarter. And we're past halfway. Bradley off the ground. Glascott. Gleeson. Beautiful tackle. And he forced the throw from Adrian Gleeson. And Daniels takes the free.
I agree with you. That was a top tackle, that by Daniels. Winmar used the body beautifully. Meldrum working hard in defence, looking for Johnston. To Glascott. Glascott down the ground they come, the Blues. Ian Herman, they've got the loose man going, but who's there waiting? Little Kenny Sheldon. He's a rock of Gibraltar in defence. He brings it away. He's looking for John Peter-Budge. Oh, good play by Herman to fist it away. Glascott's got it. He centres the ball. That's the way to play it. Towards full forward. It hits the deck. Sheldon again is there and taps it over the line with a hand pass.
Well done there, Kenny Sheldon. A lot of desperation being shown by this St Kilda side. They know they're a chance in these conditions.
Sheldon, 4 marks, 13 kicks and 1 hand pass. It's a big day's work in the back pocket. Comes off to Gotch. Dorotic tries to trap it. He's outnumbered 2-1 now. Guess who's got it? Burke. Up to Evans. 44 plays 22. Oh, well done by Tony Evans to get that away from Aitken. Meldrum backs himself and gets through. Great play, Molly Meldrum. Comes to the front. Sheldon in after it again. Kernahan. 35 metres out from goal. He's missed it to the right. Harms. Still a chance. Oh, he's further away from goal than when he started. Murphy. Well, that's his favourite spot on the ground. He took 2 marks right there in defence in the first quarter. This one in attack, and it should bring up a goal.
Yes, I'm sure Harms didn't mean to kick it out there. I think he was trying to snap it back for goal, but Fraser Murphy's taken 3 strong grabs. And he wasn't in the best position to take that mark. I thought that the St Kilda defenders may have been able to knock that one away.
Being very deliberate over his kick. This to put the Blues in front. And they lead by 4 points.
And Fraser Murphy kicks his second, one in the first quarter and one in this quarter. And he's taken some very good marks. 2 strong marks in defence in the first quarter. And this one just about in the same position. Brad Gotch with the run, probably a little bit too short to knock the ball away. Unfortunately for St Kilda, he was the shortest player there on the ground. Anyone else may have been able to knock that one away, Peter, but a good kick for goal from Fraser Murphy.
Well, Fraser Murphy's small himself, so 4 points the difference. Oh, beautifully played. Jones and Gotch, tremendous football. Buckley, no mark. In they go after a good effort there by Jimmy Buckley to mark, but he couldn't take it. And Peter McConville saying it should have been holding the ball, I think. But what beautiful ruck play that, Bernie.
Wouldn't see better than that. And the kick from Brad Gotch.
Yeah, the ones you used to lick your lips over, Bernie.
I loved it when he was coming down with the ball.
Oh, there's Burns kicking it quickly. Gotch, oh, head passes straight to Meldrum. Meldrum to Robertson. Robertson to Glascott. Back to Robertson. This is when Carlton looked good. To Johnson. The big Warren Jones is there. Centre of the ground. Dives on it. Now, is that holding the ball? No, said the umpire. No. I don't think he'll bounce it there, Bernie. Look at that thick mud.
And you've got to know that one of the dirtiest players at the end of the game is going to be Wayne Johnston. Jones wins the tap. Oh, beautiful tackle, gets rid of Bradley. Oh, look at that. Oh, you need a spade.
I think he'd be having a shower at half-time.
Applause from the St Kilda fans here as Bob Jones is warming up on the sideline. Looked as though he's gone for all money about 5 or 10 minutes ago.
But he's holding that arm in a strange fashion. He might have damaged that arm. Let's hope it's not broken. There's Cunningham and Burns. Still trying to kick at Burns. And he just couldn't get control. And the ball will be brought back. Holding the ball, the umpire said. It'll be a free kick to Meldrum, who's playing pretty well. Paul Meldrum from half-back. Kernahan. Oh, nearly a good mark. Grabbed by Elvin. Kenny Sheldon again leading in the race. Kicks it off the ground. Straight to Cunningham. Cunningham probably shouldn't have hand passed that one to Nixon. In he goes again, Cunningham. Oh, brought down from behind. And the umpire said too high. And he cops another one there from Kernahan to go on with. He'd see Kernahan better watch it. That could easily have been 50 metres. And he gave one against Collingwood last week, which resulted in a goal to Manson. Now, Jeff Cunningham, outstanding game. Winmar in front, working hard for the ball. Ridden into the ground from behind. It's a free kick. Oh, Dwayne Johnson copped one from Burns right across the face. And he nearly copped another one. That'll go down in the memory bank, in Jono's memory bank, I think.
Alphonston off. He's hurt his ankle by the looks of things. He was playing centre half back on Kernahan after Jones went off.
And Bob Jones is going to come back on to replace him. Well, it looks as though he's only got 3 limbs. Bob Jones really carrying an arm, or he looked to be earlier on. And that's great to see. Elphinston's going straight up to the rooms for some treatment. He's thrown up half-forward flank for St Kilda. Coughlin, but gave it away to Meldrum. It's happened 2 or 3 times. I'm sure players are mistaking the opposition for teammates. Warren Jones, away to Cunningham, away to Daniels. High for McConville. Oh, yes! Mark!
Well, Kenny Hunter, he knows what he should have done, and that was punch the ball away. He was behind. He probably thought he was in better position to take the mark. But the ball probably drops a little bit shorter in these conditions with the mud on it, a little bit heavier. And Ken Hunter was in perfect position to punch that one away, but decided to go for the mark.
Well, of all the players that have left Carlton, I think this is one where they made a mistake. This is one player who could be in their side now, in my opinion, McConville. There it goes towards full forward. Lowers there over the back of Silvani, or he was going to be caught, so he just tapped it through for a behind. So the difference now is 3 points in favour of the Blues. 32 plays 29, and we've got just over 6 minutes to go in this quarter.
There's a big cloud near the ground that's dumping a lot of rain, but it looks as though we might miss it. Bright sunshine at the moment. Alvin short passing. Oh, courage by Bradley. Whew. And he takes the free kick. Craig Bradley, 10 kicks, 3 hand passes. Big day. Up towards centre wing. Very wide. And St Kilda mark to Dean Rice.
Yes, Rice. Towards half forward, Burns. Greg Burns. How many good games have he and Cunningham put into the Saints over the years? Burns and Cunningham. And he's not sure what to do with it, so he's gone short. Yeah. A shocking kick. Wouldn't you, in those situations, Bernie, just try and centre it?
Well, it would seem the sensible thing to do, Peter, but it's hard to tell out there. It's always easy from up here, but on some occasions they just don't know what to do with. There's no movement on the forward line.
And there's an excellent mark taken by Bob Jones, just back from the sick bay. Up to half forward. Oh, Burns. He gets around. Not too good for dodging and weaving today and keeping your footing. Evans, number 44. Spills out. Murphy. See, look how thick it is there. Not actually muddy, that's grass, but it's just shifting underfoot. Oh, hand pass out to Gotch. Great play. 25 metres out of goal. And what a hand pass by Joffa Cunningham.
Yeah, magnificent there by Joffa again. And Brad Gotch on the end of it. Great weaving to get out of the way. Here it is again. Spills out. There's Cunningham on all fours again. Magnificent hand pass out. Brad Gotch was able to elude, I think it was Meldrum on that occasion. And a great goal there to St Kilda.
Well, a handy one too, Bernie, because there's little Bradley who kicked that goal, but what great play by Cunningham. Well, that's 3 points. Even at half-time, if you go in with a break, psychologically that can help you. There's Fraser Murphy. Oh, Sheldon's been great in defence. And a long kick finds Winmar, and the Saints getting a bit of a spurt on here.
That's the way to play. Kenny Sheldon straight up the middle.
Straight down the middle. That's right under these conditions. And there's the kick by Winmar. Oh, look at the breeze drag there. Oh, McConville was grabbed from behind then, and he didn't have the ball. Coughlin, oh, good play, Coughlin. Shuffles it back. Meldrum deliberately straight to the boundary line. And the St Kilda fans thought so, but it would be pretty tough to play that one, I would think, even though the intent was probably there. It's in that forward pocket. Stuart Lowe against Kernahan now doing some ruck work. That's good thinking by Robert Walls. Grabbed by Meldrum, who's playing well. Oh, some courage shown there. Good play by Bradley. Glasgow on the bottom of the pack. Johnston played for that beautifully and got it.
Certainly played for it, and the crowd didn't like the decision.
It was a minor nudge that he made look worse than what it was, I think.
Kick by Johnston. Bradley tries to thump up, then he gets a kick up the ground. Well, it's clever by Grant. And then a tackle by Harms. And the umpire will throw it in the air at centre half forward for Carlton. St Kilda in front by 3 points.
And a great game of football to watch this under difficult conditions for the players, but it's tough and it's hard. 3 points the difference in favour of the Saints, and they love it here with the mud there. There's Fraser Murphy, who's worked hard. So has Daniels. There's been some terrific players out there today. John Peter-Budge cleverly. Ricky Nixon, and a long kick, a 50-metre kick. Oh, Winmar! But he went too early, and the mark has been taken there by Tommy Elton.
And it was Stephen Kernahan that Nicky Winmar used as a stepladder, and he's the one who came up hurt. Normally Kernahan's going for the big climb. Back to centre wing. Look at Bradley in after it. I think he might have been stung into a bit of action after last week.
Well, I think a lot of people point the finger, Bernie, at Bradley, don't they?
Well, Tony Shaw was able to put him out of the game last week, and he's really started off this game. Probably, I think, really done well in that first quarter. He wants to show some people that he really can play.
Well, Kernahan into the back of Warren Jones, and gee, that makes a big difference to St Kilda to have him back in the side. Now he's going for a pass. Now that was no marks to the umpire. Good attempt by Shane Robertson. Bradley again out to Fraser Murphy. Here's the races on. Nailey against Sheldon. Tremendous play, Sheldon. Good use of the body. Kicked away by Meldrum. Waiting there though is Ricky Nixon, and he'll go long again. No, he doesn't. Short one. Gotch. Good mark, and this is danger to Carlton.
Out wide. Burns gets free. 25 metres out. Bang!
Well, that's great play there by St Kilda. Good play by Brad Godge. 3 goals for Greg Burns, 2 in the first quarter, one in the second. Look at that pass from Nixon. Excellent mark by Gotch in the glue pot there. He got it on quickly to Burns. I thought Burns had done the wrong thing by playing on, but he was able to elude Kenny Hunter and had plenty of time to put that one right through the middle, just what St Kilda needed.
There's Burns. Well, 9 points, and with half-time looming up, that's very handy. Adrian Gleeson. Oh, good play by Harms. Sheldon, oh, held his man. Should have been a free kick to Nailey. Oh, bad umpiring. Maybe he couldn't see it, I don't know. It's right in the goal square, and it's been tapped through, or is it a goal? No, it's a point. But, gee, Kenny Sheldon dragged Nailey back by the jumper. Nailey was out of the action, but I think the umpire was caught behind.
He was definitely held. He may have been on the wrong side of that to pick that up.
And a limp there for Danny Frawley. Glasgow dashes back after this. Kernahan having a run on the ball. Madden off the ground. Back to Gleeson. Glasgow. And the short pass, Johnston. Time running out. 45 seconds left in the second quarter. Coughlin's there. Murphy. Robertson used, clash of bodies there. And the umpire's going to throw it up in the air, and that may use up enough time to have Carlton run out of time to get a goal before the siren. The Saints lead by 8 points.
20 seconds to go. A goal here to the Blues would be invaluable. Dorotic with a chance. Taps it out, but there's Nathan Burke again. Frank Coughlin. Good play by the Saints. He taps it on the ground. Time running out. 10 seconds to go. Coughlin towards half forward. Oh, Widmar, what a mark. Time might run out. Siren about to come up. Gotch. Oh, the time has run out. The siren's gone. Bad luck for the Saints, because I reckon they were about to score a goal. And at half-time, now the umpire, yes, said call the halt to it at half-time. St Kilda lead 6-5-41. The Carlton 5-3, a total of 33.
Start of the second half, and a change in the Carlton lineup. David Rhys-Jones on the ground for the first time. We started each quarter with a new ball. It stayed new for about 10 seconds. St Kilda free kick here. It's not Daniels, and it's coming back to Coughlin. A number of these players have come out in fresh Guernseys for the second half. They won't last long. Coughlin out of what looks like the open cut mine at your lawn. Johnston away to Buckley. Over to the wing to Bradley. He's been a problem.
Craig Bradley, an excellent game, has really worked hard. Good kick too towards half forward. It's a good long kick, but waiting back Ricky Nixon, playing well against his former club, and there's a few of them. Kenny Sheldon, of course. Warren Jones. It's on centre wing. Oh, good play, Coughlin. Beautiful football. John Peter-Budge sprinting down the ground. He hooks it back towards half forward. Burns in front. Couldn't take the mark. They pile in on top of it. Jimmy Buckley's there. And Greg Burns trying to claim that he was grabbed high. But the umpire will throw the ball up at half forward.
St Kilda 6-5. Carlton 5-3. An 8-point lead to the home team. And don't tell me Carlton are going to lose 4 in a row. This comes back to Silvani. Cool under pressure. Meldrum. Hunter. It's his second possession for the day, Ken Hunter. Robertson tackled high. Free kick to Shane Robertson.
Yes, a very poor tackle that by. He had him covered. Had him covered, and he was a very indiscriminate tackle. There's a mark to Glasgow. Glasgow runs to the wing. A wobbly kick, but Kernahan takes a good mark. He plays on. Good play by Kernahan. Sartorian Frawley. Terrific play, Frawley, as he gets it to Kenny Sheldon, close to best man in the ground. He brings it wide. Herman against John Peter-Budge. Herman playing for the free kick. Good play by Peter-Budge, not to grab him then. Play on, said the umpire. Nailey onto the left foot. He goes and puts it out of bounds on the full. But they're under a lot of pressure, the Carlton players.
Yes, they really committed, this young St Kilda side, and a lot of the older players are very committed too. Joffa Cunningham and, of course, Greg Burns have been great.
Kick by Sheldon. Big leap by Glasgow, but no mark. Comes out with the ball, though. Hooks it up towards the pocket. Frawley back there, and he sees the ball out of play. Peter Satori, who came back to senior football last week and kicked goals at the MCG in the big one. One touch today. Here's a ruck knock to Nailey, and Nailey hits the post from about 10 metres out.
Oh, well, that was a big chance. Big chance for Carlton there. Nailey must have just taken it a little bit easily at the end, because he should have put that one through.
Lovely tap out. We talked about one touch to Satori. That was his second touch, and it was a lovely tap out. Reece Jones. Oh, good mark. Surprisingly, he wasn't played in that first half. Reece Jones towards the pocket, and he's found Ian Herman. So the Saints are looking quite good. Carlton, I should say, looking good in this quarter. Herman almost on the boundary line, kicking into the face of the breeze. Now, this would really lift Carlton if he could put this one through. But he's hooked it and through for another behind. So the difference now is 6 points in favour of the Saints. 41 plays 35.
Great kick by Sheldon. Thump to the front of the pack. Straight to Coghlan. Wide open for Frank Coghlan. Long to centre half forward. McConville's there in the middle of the pack. The hand pass by Wynn Gotch. Caught by Meldrum. McConville, number 12, still in there fighting. 2 against 1. And they've got the ball to within about 20 metres of goal.
Yes, a terrific play from defence there by the Saints. A big chance for Bradley Gotch, but he didn't get a good bounce. No wonder under these conditions. Dorotic hooks it down to the ground. Buckley's caught with the ball. Play on, said the umpire. McConville off the left foot. A chance for Burns from behind. Couldn't take the mark. Kicked off the ground again. Shane Robertson goes in after it. Can't pick it up. They dive on top of him. Good play by Daniels to Gotch. Gotch a quick hand pass. Dean Rice has got it. Hunter attacks him. Daniels in after it again against Aiken. Oh, good play, Evans onto the left foot. Oh! A quick kick there by Tony Evans on the left foot, and he wanted a leg break, then Bernie instead of an off break.
Yeah, the wind grabbed it. It looked beautiful off the boot, but just dragged across by the wind at the last moment. But St Kilda more desperate there than Carlton on that occasion.
Both teams looking for their first goal of the quarter. A 7-point lead to St Kilda. And Jim Buckley not too sure what to do with this one. Straight up the centre, but not very far. Johnston, spoiled by Daniels. Off the ground, Gleeson. Jolted out of his arms. Johnston applying a tackle. The ball held in, said the umpire. McConville there, they're old mates, played in premierships together. The umpire will throw it up about 40 metres from goal.
Right in that mud patch there at centre half forward. Low, using the body well there. And stalemate. And the umpire will throw it in again, throw it up again. 35 plays 42, so still 7-point margin, and Johnson might have hurt his arm there. Big heart, Wayne Johnston. Outstanding game against Collingwood last week. Oh, there's Lowe giving away a free kick to Dorotic right across his neck. And John Dorotic will take the kick from centre half back.
Up towards the centre of the ground. Bradley at the back. Beating Daniels. Craig Bradley. Little toe poke off the left boot to Gleeson. Wide open here for Carlton. Nailey in short. There he is on the 50. Back he goes to Gleeson. Thumps it long. Harm stays at the back. Oh, Sheldon, brilliant play. But he's given it back to Gleeson. He then loses it to Nixon. Bradley meets Coghlan. Well played, Craig Bradley. Losing ground, Carlton. And now a ball up.
Well, there's been some tremendous desperation showed by both sides in these conditions, and they're really throwing their bodies in over that ball.
Tremendous play by Kenny Sheldon in that last line of defence. It was brilliant football. There's the mud patch again. Well, there's mud patches everywhere. Warren Jones. Nathan Burke. He's had a change of gear at half-time. He's still going, Nathan Burke. Oh, look at the skills. Fantastic to Evans. He's caught. Gets his boot the ball. David Grant will pick this one up. He's caught high. Now the umpire's played the free kick. He's going to go back and take it, I feel. Yes, off he goes now. Cunningham. Diving attempt. No. Oh! No mark, but he paid it. Nathan Burke again to half forward. Bradley Gotch in front. Punched away by Stuart Lowe. Play on, said the umpire, as Paul Meldrum brings it out of defence.
Kernahan at the back. The mark paid. Gee, it looked like a push. Also looked like he didn't get first touch. Off to Murphy. The left footer. Sheldon in front again. Deserves a VC today, Ken Sheldon. And just have a look at his statistics. 5 marks, 15 kicks, 2 hand passes. And we've got 17.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Warren Jones, it's made a difference having him in the side. Glascott caught by Burke. Still charging in after. That's Frank Coughlin, and he's going to receive a free kick. He's worked hard too. Gee, there's been some good players out there today under very difficult conditions on both sides. Winmar and Dorotic. Dorotic, a good, strong mark.
Gets around Winmar, finds Johnston. On the turn, Wayne Johnston. Bradley. Well, he's come good today, Craig Bradley. Playing on the schoolboy Jason Daniels at the moment. Centering kick. Oh, clever mark by Gleeson. And Adrian Gleeson, with this breeze just about at his back from there, but he'd still struggle in these heavy conditions from about 45 metres. Rhys Jones offers a lead. He kicked 6 in a game about a month ago, David Rhys Jones. Wasn't used in the first half at all today. And what a kick that is by Gleeson. He's got the distance, but for a behind only.
Well, the wind blowing, as you see it on screen, from right to left and into that pocket to the left of screen up there. So certainly favouring the end that Carlton is kicking to in this quarter. Nixon, long kick. Bradley again shoved his opponent out. It'll be a free kick. I think the shove out was not within the required distance, so the ball wasn't. But Daniels gets the kick. He kicks it towards centre wing, and in fact has put it over the line and out of bounds. At the moment, 36 plays 42, so one solitary goal the difference.
Madden not suited in these conditions. Been off the ground about a quarter and a half. Dorotic wins the tap. Cunningham kept it going forward. Whoa, brilliant pick up by Coughlin. Winmar underneath it. McConville at the back. High, not a lot of distance. Low is there, but a good mark by Buckley. Frank Coughlin's done some spectacular things.
Well, here's danger. There's Coughlin again against Gleeson. Meldrum's been an excellent player. Good play, Meldrum. To Fraser Murphy, to Silvani, to Dorotic. Oh, nearly caught. Silvani receives again. He ran a long way. The stab passes on. And he finds Glascott. Glascott, the hand pass is smothered. It was meant for Kernahan. Kernahan caught with the ball. Play on, said the umpire. Now it's a free kick going St Kilda's way for in the back. And they messed that one up, Bernie.
Very sloppy in the end. They ran it down beautifully from the back line. Had the chance to set it up for a goal, and of course they've given it away with a bit of sloppy play on the forward line.
Kick by Nixon. Warren Jones is there to thump it up the ground. Robertson. Umpire said the ball was out. And we'll have a throw in on centre wing. Carlton in front, or rather St Kilda in front by 6 points. To Ruckman Lockhorns. Burke, a brilliant hand pass. Cunningham, back to Nixon. Good distance. McConville. Whoa, a mark!
What a brilliant mark. Peter McConville. And the short passes on to Burns. Great play that McConville. Now Burns might give another one here. No, he's going for the long one. Oh, that's not good play, but he's got low there in Silvani. Now, was it a mark? No, in fact, it will be a throw-in, but look at this mark in replay.
Yeah, that's fantastic mark there by McConville. He's done a good job at full forward.
Worked very, very hard. Here's Lowe. There he is on the left foot, getting his boot to the ball. Grabbed by Glascott off the side of the boot, and there's Nathan Burke ducking back to take the mark. Now, he's going for the short one out wide. He's got a man there, but it's punched away by Aiken. In goes Gotch. Back it comes to Coughlin, but it's a free kick in the meantime. It'll go to Glascott.
Just in the nick of time, Coughlin was dashing away. Under 13.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Alvin to Kernahan. Good run by Murphy and Gleeson. Good kick by Adrian Gleeson. Harms at the back. Sheldon dropped a mark for a change. Grant gets the hand pass to Nixon. Comes back to Murphy. He's caught by Daniels. Puts it wide for Gleeson. He's in a bit of space, Adrian Gleeson. A centering kick. Great kick. Harms. Thump from behind by Peter-Budge. Still a chance for the Blues. Herman lifted behind him. And Sheldon, the VC, gets over the ball.
Yes, Herman just took his eyes off it at that last moment. He wanted to take off with it before he'd actually picked it up. He was looking to do something with it. But he looked at the St Kilda player, in fact, and lost possession of the ball.
And if he could have grabbed it, he would have been able to sneak around and get in the open goal. But there's Adrian Gleeson diving on top of the ball, and the umpire will throw it up. The umpires have had a difficult job today under these conditions. I think they've done it pretty well, because not easy. A lot of players stage for free kicks under these conditions and dive on the ball. There's Gleeson, can't get his boot to the ball. Ricky Nixon crashes his way through and puts it over the line with a hand pass.
Hasn't the tackling by St Kilda been magnificent today? They've really put Carlton under pressure right from the start. They haven't given him a moment's rest.
Satori wins the tap, comes back to Frawley. Danny Frawley goes towards the outer side to John Peter-Budge, who's got a break on Herman. Up towards the wing, out in front. Oh, marked by Cunningham. I thought he was going to get to that on the third bounce. Cunningham to half forward to Winmar. And he's got it too. This is great play by St Kilda. On the defensive side of the ground, though. Forward pocket, Gotch.
Long kick.
Brilliant kick. 2 kicks to goal from there. Gotch up towards the goal square. Low. Taken away by Meldrum. Couple of touches, not quite enough. Oh, what a mark by Cunningham.
Well, we're seeing some great wet weather football. Cunningham has taken a great mark diving back. Is that Ian Herman coming off the ground?
And Silvani limping badly.
Silvani limping badly. Oh, yes, he is too, down in that back pocket. That'll be bad news for Carlton if they lose him. Cunningham would be doubtful at the distance from here, I would think. There it is, holding up towards full forward. Low and Dorotich, but Kenny Hunter's there to take a good, strong mark. It might be his first mark for the game, I think.
Yes, it is.
Away to Gleeson. Back to Hunter. Pops it very high. Coghlan. Yes. Some brilliant marking in this quarter. Now, is that 50? The crowd calling for it. Not given. We haven't seen a 50-metre penalty today. And there's Stephen Silvani, mark of the year last week, limping now. Centre half forward for St Kilda. Thumped away. At the front, Murphy. Good run out of defence by Herman. Rhys Jones. Brilliant pick-up. Back to Herman. Sensational football in this quarter. Wide to Satori.
Peter Satori has been well beaten by Frawley. Now, was he held too long? Could have been. Not paid by the umpire. Grabbed by Ricky Nixon, receiving from Frawley. And Nixon playing very well in defence. Up to Burns. Greg Burns, high tackle by Rhys Jones. Umpire said not high, but he said it was an illegal tackle. I would have thought...
You were right, Peter.
I thought it was too high. In fact, he had the ball, Burns, didn't he?
He did, yes. The
umpire signalled round the waist. So, obviously saying that he didn't have the ball. Well, there's the kick. A short one. Finds Gotch, and his skills are fantastic, this little fella. Bradley Gotch, he's on centre wing.
Well, it has been great football this quarter, but St Kilda have kicked just 1 behind and Carlton just 3. Oh, mark to Lowe, who plays on just inside 50. McConville.
He will have a lot of difficulty with this kick because he'll be kicking right into the face of the breeze.
And he has done well at full forward, Peter McConville, but hasn't a score on the board to date. This kick from about 30 metres. Still in play. Low! A mark paid.
Strength.
Yes, and Silvani's obviously hampered by that. I think he has a knock on the left thigh. He's really struggling to keep up with Lowe and even to get off the ground. Here's a kick again from McConville. And Lowe, he's been a great player at centre forward. Has a chance to kick his 3rd goal.
Well, this could be a real boil-over. This for a 12-point lead to St Kilda, and the first goal for this quarter. Well, you build a bloke up, and that's what he does to you.
I think I said Ian Herman off before. In fact, it was Mark Nayley who came off. I said Herman. There's Fraser Murphy. Nayley's come back on, and that's Fraser Murphy. So,
and it looks like Silvani's going up to the forward line, and probably Dorotich going to centre half back.
Well, here's David Grant. The hand pass was smothered. This is Herman. A hand pass to Hunter, to Robertson. David Grant in after it again. Clever hand pass. Was kicked away by Ian Aiken, who's had a very quiet day. That hand pass was from Herman right up there to Johnson. Satori's been well beaten up there today, but he hooks that one out beautifully. Fraser Murphy caught. No. The little fella gets his boot the ball. Silvani was grabbed. Oh, maybe this move might win them the game. A forced move. And you never know, because Silvani is a very, very good forward.
There's a quick kick from Fraser Murphy. Back on the ground very quickly. And Silvani forced to move. Carlton had to make the move because of that thigh injury. And often these things do happen, don't they? A move like that, and Silvani with a chance to put Carlton right back into the match.
Well, they've still got to come through a bit of a mud patch there and then on the better ground. You can see that coming into the better ground now. And they'll only be a point behind if he kicks this. He kicks and goes.
He's had a fair bit of trouble with Stewie Lowe too today, Stephen Silvani. A great game last week against Collingwood, but Lowe with his strong marking now on that forward line has been magnificent today. Could have kicked 3 goals, missed that last one. But Silvani up onto that forward line. Murphy back onto the ground, nearly caught. Evades a tackle, and then the quick kick into the forward line finds Silvani in front. I don't think St Kilda really had known that that Silvani had been moved to the forward line, and they hadn't put a player on him to counter him because Ken Sheldon was still there.
Naily out of the middle, but kick smothered. Soccer by Herman, who's done well today. Burke, free kick to Carlton, to David Glascott. And the Blues have got the only goal for the quarter and trail by a point. Bounces through half forward. Tap out comes to Rice, off to Sheldon. Dorotich charges at it. Clean bowled by it. Evans for St Kilda. Clever. Burns. Fends off Rhys Jones. Brilliant. Might have to do it again. Away to Burke. Oh, but he dropped it, Nathan Burke. Well, have you ever seen Rhys Jones disposed of like that? But he comes out with this one to Naily, and a beautiful pass to Johnston.
Johnston over the top. The Blues starting to lift. Ian Herman towards half forward. Kernahan fighting hard for it. Oh, ducked the head and went in after it. Also a quick kick out of the pack. Satori and Frawley. Silvani! He's got it. Hand pass to Murphy. Off the ground. No. Now you know what's happened there. I reckon his boot was over the line when that ball went through. Probably might have beaten him to the line, Bill.
Well, it must have. That could be the only thing, Peter. I think he just hesitated that split second, and it beat him over the line.
Well, the score's level now. It looked a certainty Carlton would lead. Daniels taken away by Dorotich. Short pass smothered by Sheldon. Silvani starred since he's been up there. Half fit. Daniels dropped it. Hand pass goes out wide from Frawley. Gotch near the boundary line, in space. Beats Bradley. Kicked by Gotch towards the centre. Johnston and Winmar, the 2 number 7s. Umpire says play on. Who's got it out of this? Peter-Budge near the line. Can he keep it in? Hooks it back. Oh, well done. Up to St Kilda looking better now. Burke. Grant to Meldrum.
Paul Meldrum, a long, long kick. Warren Jones tried to get back. Bradley on the left foot. Fraser Murphy and Kenny Sheldon. Kernahan went in after it too. A terrific game of football. Into the back of Fraser Murphy, I would think. Yes. Right into his back. Good umpiring, and the umpires have done a good job because they're letting it go and they're not paying Tiggy Touchwood free kicks. Fraser Murphy's looked dangerous all day. Oh, bad pass though, as Johnson. I don't think there was much in that. And David Grant will take the mark at, well, right in the back pocket, in fact.
The free kicks are 18 to 17 in favour of St Kilda. So absolutely nothing in that. Dorotich on the chest. Slips out the hand pass. Herman's been a fine player. Silvani from behind, but no mark. Sticks in the glue pot. Johnston. To Herman again. What a quarter he's had. Back. Oh, Frawley, a big mark. What an important mark.
Yes, plenty of heart there.
Great desperation. He's a top player, Danny Frawley.
And here's another top player, Nathan Burke. Tremendous skills, this young player, as he kicks to the line. and over it goes on St Kilda's half-back line. We've got 3.5 minutes of play to go. There's Ricky Nixon, and scores a dead set level. A goal before three-quarter time to either side would be invaluable. There's a mark to Jason Daniels, a very good player, but his kicking is his problem, as you could see there. A shocking kick, but it was luck's of fortune because Dean Rice is there. He goes wide of the ground. Jimmy Buckley, no mark. It hits the deck. This is Ian Herman again, playing a very good quarter. To Dorotic, to Bradley. Bradley, a long driving kick towards the pocket. Jones, he was dragged down. Play on, said the umpire. Silvani to Gleeson, to the pocket, and the mark's taken by Kenny Sheldon again.
6 marks to Ken Sheldon, and 17 kicks now. John Peter-Budge. Kick smothered. Still down there for St Kilda. Gleeson in after it. Johnston rips it away to Bradley. Good distance. Bob Jones is under the pack and will get a free kick.
Good decision from the umpire too. He was a player that put his body in, and Kernahan jumped all over the top of him. Had to be a free kick.
Well, umpires Harrison, Forster to be commended the way that they have really let this go under these conditions. They pay the obvious ones. There is Johnston. And a good mark to John Peter-Budge, who's had an excellent quarter for the Saints out there. Now, centre of the ground again. Burns punches it away. Gotts couldn't get his boot to ball. Burns off the ground towards half forward. Aiken's been very quiet. Diving in after it was Evans. Now it's Frank Coughlin crashing his way through. He's got it. Over to Winmar. Can it bounce for him? Yes! Winmar touches it on the ground. An open goal. Oh, should have had a shot instead of handballing. And intercepting was Reece Jones. Gives it to Bradley, and Carlton get off the hook. Through Ian Herman now.
Kick by Nailey up towards the centre, and the mark by Glasgow. Well, that was a golden opportunity for St Kilda with Nicky Winmar running into goal. Murphy couldn't mark. Off hands to Gleeson. Pass wide to Silvani. Top player at either end of the ground, it doesn't matter. The umpire will ball it up. Scores level, 43 apiece. In this quarter, Carlton have kicked 1-4 to St Kilda's 2 behinds, and the Saints, who led by 8 points at half-time, have seen that lead whittled away. Just over a minute left.
Well, we witnessed Carlton and Collingwood last week. That was a sensational game. This is fantastic under different conditions. Here it is in front of the Carlton goal. Frawley trying to get it out. In fact, it's not Frawley, it was Grant on the bottom of that pack in the mud patch. And we've only got 46 seconds of play in this third quarter to go. Scores are level, and what a great last quarter it's going to be. Jones, Warren Jones taps it away. It's in front of the goal. It's booted away towards the half-back line for the Saints. It's grabbed by Peter-Budge cleverly to Daniels. 28 seconds of time going. Let's see if the Saints can race it down and get a score. Oh, free kick to Aiken, it should have been. Grabbed by Coughlin. Gee, has he played well. Coughlin towards half forward. This is Tommy Elvin charging after.
And Elvin left it behind. Hunter off the ground to centre wing. A dive by Daniels. Away to Coughlin. Time running out. Can they get another one? Oh, not with kicking like that. And that will be three-quarter time. Scores level at Moorabbin. Six-seven apiece. Scores level after 3 quarters of football. We've begun with another new ball, but it won't last long. Cunningham's been great. To Burke, who's also been great. Evans beaten to this one. Over the top of it, Gleeson. The umpire will call for it and ball it up. Well, what a tough contest it's been all day. And in fact, the skills have been magnificent considering the conditions. It's been something to watch. You can't get any closer than scores level. Cunningham hand pass to Nixon. St Kilda inside 50. Meldrum gets it to Herman. He's caught. No whistle on that. The umpires have let it go most of the time, and we've had pretty few free kicks. It's 19-17 in favour of St Kilda.
Yes, they've done an excellent job, the umpires, and so have the players. It's been a tremendous game of football under difficult conditions, and a lot of big hearts out there. It's kicked out of defence by the Blues. Bob Jones has done well on Kernahan. had a spell on interchange when he hurt himself. It's on that St Kilda forward line. Naylor's been on and off the ground a couple of times as he brings it wide. He's got a loose man there, Fraser Murphy, who marks right out on centre wing.
Over the wing he goes. Warren Jones goes up for the mark. Can't bring it down though. Comes to Johnston. Over his head. Taken by Burke. He's been superb, Nathan Burke, but that kick goes out of bounds on the full. And the free kick quickly taken by Johnston. Goes for the short pass for Kernahan or Robertson. Shane Robertson, premiership last year, first senior game this year. Up towards half forward. Mark to Glascott. Wide to Meldrum. Nobody on him. 25 metres in the clear, Paul Meldrum. Centering kick. Sheldon's been great. He charges at this. Silvani on the forward line to Herman. Over the top. Gleeson a goal. And the Blues lead by 6 points.
Well, Silvani move up onto that forward line has made all the difference. He's kicked one goal himself and instrumental in that one again. And quite often that can happen. He was injured and had to be moved up on that forward line. He seems to be moving okay now. There he is. Great play at ground level to get the hand pass away. And the hand pass again to Gleeson to finish it off. So Carlton in front by 6 points.
Well, back to the centre of the ground. And they've done it hard today, Carlton. 6 points the difference. And the first goal when a tight game like this is most important. And Carlton got it. Right in that centre mud patch. It's been a top game all day as far as tackling and players putting their bodies in. Terrific to watch. Kernahan now doing the ruck work. Justin Madden on interchange. Dean Rice has got it, hooks it back towards centre wing. Nathan Burke, as Drew said a moment ago, has been outstanding. And there's Wayne Johnston, must have copped one. He's copped a couple today around the head area. And he's still down. And it's not very often he stays down, so that must have really hurt. Warren Jones, straight to Coghlan, who have played a brilliant third quarter here. McConville, over the back of the pack is Tom Alvin. Good football. Harms now in defence. Beautiful team play this by the Blues. Is coming down the centre of the ground is Meldrum. Oh, he ran a long way. Over to Harms. He's caught. Gives a hand pass straight to Nicky Winmar. So they might be able to rebound here, the Saints.
McConville dives and takes the mark close to the ground. Wayne Johnston still in the hands of the trainers. He's taken a clash of heads, I think, to the eye. To centre half forward. Kernahan a high climb. Burns a hand pass out to Gotch. Run down by Bradley. The ball going to goal. Didn't quite make it for 6 points. Through for a minor score.
Yeah, well, it's a great pace that Bradley was able to run down Brad Gotch there, but it was a great chance for St Kilda. And it had been a slightly slower player, maybe Gotchy could have kicked that goal.
Well, 5 points the difference. A shocking kick by Jimmy Buckley. Burns is kicked free. And this time he's off the side of the boot and out of bounds on the full. But the main thing is, it's up on St Kilda's forward line. Deep in that forward pocket. Wayne Johnston's okay now, as you can see.
A nice shiner.
Well, he certainly will have that. Jimmy Buckley towards half-back. Stuart Lowe, the big hands grab that Sherrin football. Off he goes. A hand pass. Ricky Nixon against his old club. Gets onto the left foot, hooks it. Not back far enough and puts it through for another point. So now the difference is 4 points in favour of the Blues.
St Kilda led by 7 points at quarter time and 8 points at half time. The scores were level at three-quarter time. And now Carlton in front by those 4 points. Buckley kicks in. Stays away from the boundary line this time. That's gone about 55 metres. Big mark by Daniels. Schoolboy. Pumps it back to the forward line. Gotch is there. Comes through to the back to Alvin. Charges straight up the ground. Poor kick on the chest of Evans. St Kilda not without a chance. Evans gets away from Bradley. Just no mean feat. He's bounced the ball. That's no mean feat. To the goal square. McConville hands to it but couldn't take the mark. And it's out of bounds.
Oh. Well, that's confidence for you. I think it was more desperation than anything.
I agree with you, Bertie. He really was desperate. He realised he was going to run too far and went for the bounce. Stuart Lowe grabs it out of the ruck. Taps it cleverly. Meldrum. Oh, this is dangerous in front of the Saints goal. Kicked off the ground and through it went, and it'll probably be counted as rush, that one. But nevertheless, it's a point for the Saints, and now the difference is only 3 points, and they're creeping up there slowly.
3 behinds in this quarter to St Kilda. 1 goal to Carlton. Buckley's kick in. Diving mark, Kernahan. Well, it was in the back. Free kick paid against Warren Jones. And Stephen Kernahan's had a run on the ball. Justin Madden's been off the ground for more than 2 quarters, I'd say. Kernahan's kick towards centre wing. Nailey. Glascott caught by Coglan, pulled off it. Goes to Nixon. Feigns a hand pass. Well played, Nixon. Gets the kick away. Winmar!
Oh. Too slow, Nicky Winmar. He had big Stewie Lowe back there, but he may think he can kick it himself.
Well, he kicked one of the MCG from 70 metres. What can he do with this? Hasn't made it. McConville gets to the front. Rhys Jones.
Oh, great skills by Rhys Jones. To Meldrum, who's in trouble. And he's pulled off the ball. There's Nathan Burke. Off the ground now by Burns. John Peter-Budge. Left foot into the goal square. But the only man waiting there is Stephen Kernahan. Good strong mark by Kernahan. He's been moved onto the ball. He was well beaten at centre-half forward. Difficult conditions for key forwards today. He was beaten by Jones. Kernahan towards the half-back line. Punched away, in fact, by Bradley. Straight to Meldrum. Meldrum will head for the boundary line. No, he won't. He hooks it back. And nearly a mark to Jones. Jones now on Dorotich. Jones tries to tap it away. Talking about Jones, there's another one. Warren Jones. John Peter-Budge. Now it's Jason Daniels. Over it goes to Cunningham, who in the first quarter had 12 handballs. Now Nathan Burke. Good play by the youngster as he ducks the head and goes in after it, and the umpire said it's held to him.
We'll see it thrown up. Umpires have had to toss it in the air all day. We've had 4 different footballs used and probably about 60 different Guernseys as well. Harms kick. Sheldon. Oh, hooked it back. The umpire will say he threw it. Free kick to Carlton. Nailey. Nobody standing the mark. Nailey's kick is good to Glascott. 40 metres out. Johnston. Black iron all. Off the left boot. To the goal square. Silvani. Not quite. Sartori, number 18. Frawley's killed him today. Silvani still. The hand pass to the goal square. Sartori.
Yes, Peter Sartori kicks his second, but again, great play by Stephen Silvani. Been instrumental in 3 goals since he's been moved down to the forward line. Kicked 1 himself and 2 excellent handballs out. Here he is going for the mark, flies for the mark, recovers quickly, picks up the ball, evades the tackles, and a beautiful handball there to Big Sartori.
Carlton have really lifted. Even since half-time, they played a pretty good third quarter too, Carlton. 9 points the difference. The Blues in front will take a good effort now by the Saints to come back. They've got to get 2 goals. Kicked off the ground, Fraser Murphy. Sartori caught, loses it. Dorotich into the open goal. Back, and it's another one to the Blues.
Well, the Carlton's class is really showing through at the moment. Sartori's lifted his game in the forward line. Silvani also playing well. And on that occasion, Dorotich doing the roving. Here it is, Sartori in front, in the right place. And Dorotich swoops on it, and a beautiful left foot kick for goal.
Well, if this is the quarter for our replay, which I suspect it will be, disappointing for St Kilda fans because they went so well earlier in the game. Now it's a pretty big break in these conditions, 15 points. Out of the middle. And the hand pass away by Cunningham to Gotch. Oh, what a tackle that was by Buckley. Gotch backed himself and lost that one. Herman straight through. Carlton burning at the moment. Bob Jones. Off the ground by Grant. Into the glue pot to Kernahan. Now to Johnston. Funny old kick. Sheldon there. Glascott kicks away from him. Silvani playing in front. Beautiful play, Stephen Silvani. Back to Herman. Silvani does the shepherding. Gets rid of 2 of them. Herman to Dorotich. And John Dorotich might kick his second in a minute.
Again, great play by Stephen Silvani. Not only does he provide the goals, but he does the hard things as well. On that occasion, he did the shepherding, which allowed the kick into the forward line, and of course a strong mark there by John Dorotich.
Well, the tide has really turned. And the tide being the operative word today here at Moorabbin. Earlier on, we had the chance from the crowd here at Moorabbin for St Kilda. St Kilda. They look like toppling the premiers. Dorotich can put another nail in their coffin here.
Yes, great goal there to John Dorotich. Carlton coming home in this last quarter with a lot of desperation. They realise that their chance may have been slipping to get that double chance in the finals, but here's Silvani. Fights very hard, then he does the shepherding. Look at this shepherd from Silvani, magnificent. Allowed Herman to get that kick into that forward line. And Dorotich all alone. Takes the mark and kicks his third goal.
Well, 46 plays 67 in the class of the Blues, and I think Kernahan in the ruck has made an enormous difference. There's Ken Sheldon, who was brilliant, particularly in the first half, for Peter-Budge, and they'd want to kick two very, very quick goals, St Kilda. Straight down the middle is the order of the day, I would think. There's Kernahan and Winmar. Kernahan's got it cleverly to Gleeson. Oh, they're looking good now, the Blues. Fraser Murphy off the side of the boot. Dean Rice should get to this one first, and he will. He's on the centre wing, Rice, as he brings it wide to Daniels, who marks. But maybe that move of Silvani to full forward has really made the difference, and it was forced on them because Lowe, that could be 50 metres. Because Lowe was beating Silvani early. And speaking of Stewie Lowe, here he is as he brings it to full forward. McConville couldn't take the mark. Kernahan doing a power of work in this quarter. Brings it back to Fraser Murphy, to Rhys Jones. Gleeson, now Robertson. Robertson straight to Hunter.
Ken Hunter pretty quiet today. Comes back to Johnston. Off the hands to Burke. Robertson's in there with him. Forces the ball up. Well, when Silvani moved to full forward, it was the 20-minute mark of the third quarter when Carlton trailed by 7 points. They now lead by 21. So he's been there for probably only about 25 minutes. Helped turn the game. Coughlin. Winmar's there. Propped and copped. Alvin beats him to it. Puts it wide. Bradley after it. A much better game this week than last. Evans, number 44 for St Kilda. Knocked over the boundary line by Harms, and will have a throw in. That hurt him too.
Well, this is about 40 metres around for the behind post, and they want goals, and they want them very quickly, the Saints. Kicked off the ground by Bradley. That's Jason Daniels with a mop of red here in the centre of that pack. He's being attacked from all sides, and the umpire will come in and throw the ball up. 46 to 67, so that's 21 points, so that's 4 straight goals they have to kick. That's a big task under these conditions for the Saints.
St Kilda have been goalless since half-time, and they led by 8 points at half-time. Carlton working it forward. Now, what's the decision here? Held when not in possession. Bit of a wrestle going on. Nixon and Murphy, and the free kick to Fraser Murphy. And Murphy has spent all day on the ground in the 18. He's so often used off the bench. Big leap down there, but no mark taken in the middle of the pack. Sheldon superb in the back pocket for St Kilda. Johnston feeds out the hand pass. Here's Gleeson on a run. Inside 50. He's got support. Back he goes to Robertson. His hand pass behind a teammate. It's picked up by Bob Jones, and he has a chance to clear. Just scrags it away, close to the line, and out of bounds.
Bob Jones has done well to get back on the ground after that heavy knock he received in that first quarter. But I think he's still feeling it slightly because it was a very heavy knock.
Well, it's been a good performance this by Carlton, because really they looked in big trouble. There's Nailey. Meldrum's been a good worker all day. And good skills, Meldrum. Cleverly to Johnson. Wayne Johnson straightens up. Oh, push out by Silvani. But the mark was on. I think he definitely pushed Grant out. Off he goes. Good play, Silvani. And he's found Johnson. I really felt he pushed him out then, Bernie. Maybe it was just strength.
Have a look at it again. Yeah, there was a bit of body work there.
Well, Wayne Johnston, but cleverly done Silvani. as he made a difference to that forward line. That forward line was absolutely stagnant with Satori and Kernahan and Dorotic. Silvani up there has given it all the life they needed. And this guy's lifted his game since half-time too, as he always does. Wayne Johnston from directly in front. Oh, into the mud patch. He couldn't get his footing there and puts it out of bounds on the full.
I'd make the move. I think Frawley should be playing on Silvani. I think he's a much more dangerous player. I think you'd have the best player, and that's Frawley playing on him.
Frawley kicks in. His man is Satori. Good mark to Bob Jones. Plays on quickly. The Saints need an avalanche of goals, but they haven't had one since half-time. Rice's hand pass. Oh, sprinting onto it, Gotch. Good pass, McConville. Good handling. Losing ground, St Kilda. Back towards the centre just about to Cogman. Short pass up the ground. Peter-Budge, a good mark. Just outside the 50. Lowe is down there. He's on Hunter. He's got height on Ken Hunter. Peter-Budge hoists it high. Nowhere near Lowe, though. Comes to the back. Kernahan been superb. Robertson let it go back for it when it was stuck. Winmark. Rice. And up to the 50. Gleeson's there. Look how soft it is there. And Gleeson's just about going to drown. Gets a free kick.
And David Rhys-Jones pushing and shoving there. He's just got to watch himself.
I think he was just breaking that up, Peter.
Yes, I think he was playing the policeman there, David. And whatever you say about him, he's a colourful player. And, well, he didn't come on till after half-time today, which was surprising. There's the kick by Gleeson. It's a great carry to Rhys-Jones. There's Johnson. Full of courage, Johnson. To Bradley. To half-forward. Frawley battling hard. Here's Cunningham. Jeff Cunningham. Taps it away to Sheldon. In they go hard after the ball. Fraser Murphy's little legs charging after it. He taps it back for Sheldon. Takes it over the line on that half-forward line for Carlton. 6-10, plays 10-7, so the difference still at 21 points.
6 marks, 18 kicks to Ken Sheldon. Just under 9 minutes left in the game. Bob Jones threads out the hand pass. Daniels had a couple of options. Found Coghlan. Up to the centre of the ground. And here's a new boy on the ground for his first run. Peter Freeman, the 19-year-old. And that's his first mark in league football. And a beautiful first kick out to Burke. This is close. Jones! Yes! Warren Jones! And what a role did young Freeman play in that? A beautiful kick by Burke. Jones hadn't marked it, might have been a goal.
Yeah, didn't he do well, Warren Jones, to dive onto that, because he's not the fastest player there, but
no certainty, I don't think, Bernie, is it?
Badly needed, St Kilda, and he's missed it.
Yeah, that was a bad miss there by Warren Jones.
You are a prophet.
I know the way he kicks.
Kicked 2 behinds for the afternoon. Rather quiet afternoon for him too. I don't think the conditions have really suited him.
Well, a bad miss. They really wanted that one. It might have just given them that spark. Robertson. Time running out. Just under 8 minutes to go. Tommy Alvin. A lot of the sting has gone out of the St Kilda players. They really gave it everything for that first 3 quarters there. Stuart Lowe taking a good strong mark. Wayne Johnston, the supreme optimist. Oh boy, camera picks up some funny things. They're still mouthing off at each other. There's Jason Daniels. Peter McConville, good strong mark, and he's looked good at full forward under difficult conditions.
Well, he hasn't kicked a goal, but he's created a lot of opportunities. Definitely had the better of Ken Hunter.
McConville under dry conditions will kick a lot of goals for St Kilda, I feel. Too far out probably. Let's see, the drop punt. Oh, it's a nice looking kick. He's put it through.
Yes, as I said, that's Peter McConville's first goal. And he has marked well and led particularly well this afternoon. And really has created a lot of opportunities up on that forward line. And that was an excellently judged mark and a beautiful drop punt for goal with a heavy ball.
I'll tell you what, Carlton wouldn't want to think they've got the game won and relaxed, Drew, because a couple of quick goals and they're right in it.
3 more goals for St Kilda and they can win the game. Remember how they stormed home against the Bears last Sunday, down by 46 points and lost it by just 10. Just over 7 minutes remaining and the margin back to 14 points. Coughlin will take a free kick. Helga not in possession.
See, another goal here would make it interesting, wouldn't it?
That should be 50 metres there. I'm sure Wayne Johnson meant to handball that back over his head.
Coughlin has kicked it just about the 50 metres. Oh, Kernahan, a good mark. He's done most of his ruck work on the back line and he's had much more of an effect on the game since he's played in this role than he did when he was at centre-half forward. Kernahan's kick towards the outer wing. Alvin is there. Oh, good mark. Marked it on his shoulder. Putting it wide. Going the long way home, but keeping possession. Nayley. He's run down by Winmar. And Craig Bradley has been great today. 20 kicks, 4 hand passes.
Yes, and has worked really, really hard. In fact, when Carlton weren't going well, he and Meldrum were easily their best 2 players. They're just playing possession football at the moment, Carlton. Just letting the minutes tick away. Tommy Alvin. He is right on the 50-metre line. Alvin, kick from about 55. This one will drop short. Can someone take a mark or nearly a mark to Jones? Here's Kenny Sheldon crashing his way through. Robertson for Carlton. Oh, he dived on the ball. Grabbed by, is it Daniels? No, it wasn't. It was Dean Rice, in fact. Now it's Bob Jones. Cleverly to Nathan Burke. Here they come, the Saints. Nathan Burke. Straight up the centre of the ground. McConville and Winmar are there. Kick, oh, courageous play by McConville. Oh, Winmar's got an open goal. There's no one there as Winmar sneaks in. Bang, he kicks. And he's goal.
Well, there's still a chance in Kilda. I thought they'd burnt their bridges, but now they're coming right back into this game. A lot of space on the St Kilda forward line. There's Burke. He's been an excellent player all day. McConville showed great courage there under a lot of pressure from Harms. Got the kick off the ground and there was no one 50 metres, within 50 metres of Winmar, ran into the open goal and a good kick for goal.
Well, it's always a bad sign when you start playing keepings off, Drew, like Carlton are doing.
The Saints have kicked the last 2 goals and they're back within 8 points. Bob Jones wins in the middle. They're fighting for it like tigers in there. And just over 5 minutes left. St Kilda need 2 goals to win, but they've kicked the last 2. Glasgow missed with his kick. It's going to take something to get it out of this mud. Should be able to mine that. It should be a state resource, this mud.
Well, an old Channel 7 commentator, Butch Gale, would have done well in that mud pile. He did a bit of mud wrestling, and Murray Wiedemann many years ago. Well, there's Wayne Johnston. He dives on it. He knows that's valuable seconds ticking away. And in fact, 4 minutes and 25 seconds to go in this match. And they want a goal, and they want it straight away, the Saints. Well, there's Johnson cleverly weighted out of the back of the pack. Peter-Budge and Herman. And Ian Herman has taken the mark, but look at where his footing's going to be. Now he sensibly goes out wide to Bradley. And Bradley's lost this. Stuart Lowe. Oh, bad luck. It nearly got through the feet of Bradley. Jeff Cunningham loses it to Glasgow. Glasgow a hurry kick. Bob Jones, the flyer. Now Ricky Nixon. This is their chance to rebound the Saints. Nixon. Oh, good mark by Freeman, and here they come.
Young Freeman, a 19-year-old kid in his first game. Rhys Jones met by Winmar. The hand pass comes out from McConville. Away it goes to Peter-Budge. Rice and St Kilda are within 2 points.
Well, that's magnificent play by St Kilda. Rice finished the play off, but great desperation to get back into this game. David Rhys-Jones took it a little bit easy at centre-half back there. Winmar really gave him the charge. Look at McConville, great desperation to get it out to John Peter-Budge. And there's Rice, finish off the work. Great, desperate football from St Kilda.
2 points the difference. 3 minutes and 19 seconds to go. centre of the ground. Mark Naley receives from Glasgow. Mickey Nixon has taken the mark against his old club. He's going to kick wide. There's two St Kilda players. Herman, Peter-Budge, Burns. They dive on top of it. It's a loose ball. In went Fraser Murphy to Silvani. Silvani to Herman. He's caught. Kenny Sheldon's got it. On the left foot, he hooks it out wide. Big Stewie low. He's got no one to give it to. He grabs it, kicks it quickly and puts it out of bounds on the forward half-forward flank for Carlton. The time ticking away. 2 minutes and 47 seconds left in this match.
Well, it's incredible to think that the last two occasions Carlton came down here to Moorabbin, they beat the Saints by 88 points and 140 points. In their last 10 meetings, St Kilda have won just once. But they're now a chance. Rhys Jones up to the forward line. Passes Frawley. Bradley runs the ball over the boundary line. Time ticks down to 2.5 minutes left. St Kilda behind by 2 points.
Well, what a great game of football from both sides. There's been some outstanding players out there today. There's Satori. He's knocking it towards the boundary line. Frawley, Fraser Murphy. He dives on top of it. He's got it. Little Fraser Murphy picks it up, kicks it, goal. Oh, just misses and through for a point. So the difference now, 3 points in favour of the Blues.
Well, they know all about close finishes, these teams, even though I talked about big wins last year when they met just the once. Here's a mark to Lowe. The Blues won by a point. The Carlton lead by 3 points at the moment. Time running out. Lowe up towards the wing. Burns beaten to it by Bradley. And the experience of Craig Bradley will use a bit of time. 1:43, 42, 1:40 left.
Carlton are sending all their backmen down there, Drew, as we see, or their forwards, I should say, down to the backmen down to the forward line. Now, here's John Peter-Budge. He's got a kick long. Burns. Oh, punched away by Johnson. Straight to Glasgow. Glasgow, a hand pass to Herman, and Herman kicks towards the pocket. At another point, off the hands of Dorotic. And now, with 1 minute and 7 seconds to go in this game, St Kilda will have to come straight up the centre of the ground and score a goal.
One straight kick can still win it for the Saints. Nixon straight up the ground. Grant flies, can't mark. Gets the hand pass away to Daniels. The schoolboy breaks from half-back. Shepherded off by teammates. Goes long with the left boot. Out in front of Lowe and Silvani. Oh, Stephen Silvani, you'll do me. Beautiful play. Bradley. 42 seconds left. I think the Saints' effort might be all for nothing. The ball out of play. Half forward for the Blues.
Well, the time ticking away, but full marks to both sides. Carlton, they looked down. St Kilda were the better side by far in the first half. And St Carlton have fought their way back, and now St Kilda fighting hard to snatch the points. There's Cunningham. Over it goes to Frawley. Look at the time clock. As we see Grant up the centre of the ground. And a great mark to Ian Herman in front of John Peter-Budge. 10 seconds to go, and I think it's curtains for St Kilda.
And the young man in the Alex Jesselenko jumper, number 25, played a top game. There's the siren. The Blues by 4 points in a tingling game here at Moorabbin. 10-9 to 9-11. They looked like bolting away for a while. Carlton, St Kilda stormed back. Stephen Kernahan became a ruckman, did most of his work in defence. Stephen Silvani went to the forward line and was superb.